Hello, I'm Ruth, and welcome back to This Is How We Roll. This episode is called Traveling, so we're going to look at how to travel and how to travel safely. First of all, we are going to be taking a look at how to travel. So, if you are disabled, you can still ride normal public transport. I have the most experience with TriMet bus. However, people with disabilities can also travel on TriMet train as well. Today we are going to take a look at how to ride normal TriMet bus as well as other modes of transport that are designed to better cater to those with disabilities. First of all, we will be looking at how to ride a TriMet bus. So when you are waiting at the bus stop and the driver sees that a person with mobility equipment is waiting, they will put down the ramp. When you board the bus, you can pay however you would like, with cash or with Hop Card. We will be discussing more about the Hop Card in a little bit. When you get parked into the spot you would like to be in, the driver will ask you if you would like tie-downs. These are not mandatory on public transport, however, I deem them to be a good idea. If it does not look like there's a spot where you can sit, don't worry, lots of the seats flip up in order to create equipment accessible spots. When you arrive at your desired location, there is a button you can push to tell the driver that you would like to stop. This is the equivalent to the cable a fully able-bodied person would pull. The driver will then come and help you release the tie-downs, and they will put down the ramp so that you may exit the bus. If you are unsure about where you need to stop, the time that the bus will arrive, or how to get back, do not worry, there is an app called Move It. This is a free app that allows you to view timing and navigation of transit of all types. Next up, we are going to be discussing traveling with TriMet Lift. TriMet Lift is a transportation service that caters only to those with special needs. So you may be wondering, how do I get started with TriMet Lift? So it's really easy. All you do is call their number and express to them that you are interested in accessing their services. They will then send you a form to fill out about why you need their services. You will send it back to them, and when they receive it, they will call you and tell you to come down to their office so you can get registered. If you're wondering how you're supposed to get there, don't worry. They will come and pick you up and bring you back after you are registered. You do not need to pay for the ride there or back, as they consider it free because you are getting started. When you get down to the office, you will wait in a little waiting room until you are called back. When they call you back, they will measure the size of your wheelchair or transport equipment, and they will take a picture of you. After that, they will ask you a few questions as to why you feel you need their transportation services. They're super easy to answer. Once you're all done, you will be waiting in the waiting room again until your ride is here to pick you up. So, what is it like to ride on TriMet Lift? Well, if you have a piece of equipment with you, they will put down the lift so that you can get on and be lifted up into the bus. If you have a wheelchair or scooter, they require you do use tie-downs, and all 4 of them. And they require that you wear a seatbelt. There is an option to wear a shoulder belt, but you do not have to. After that, you just ride the bus until you arrive at your destination. The nice thing about TriMet Lift is it takes you directly from your current location to right outside your desired arrival destination. I would like to tell you guys some kind of unusual things about TriMet Lift. So when you book a ride, there is a half-an-hour window that they will pick you up within. If you have a cell phone, they can call you to tell you that they will be arriving within the next 15 minutes. You can get set up so that you are automatically called 15 minutes before they arrive at your destination. You can also call dispatch at any time to get an ETA, which stands for Estimated Time of Arrival. It is possible to schedule up to 3 days worth of rides. You used to be able to schedule a week at a time, but they have changed that. If you are unable to go on your ride for any reason, it's okay. You can cancel the ride. And if you miss your ride, don't worry. You can call dispatch and they will send you another ride. If you need any assistance, you can have someone accompany you on your ride. However, you must say that you need an assistant when you are down at the office. That way you can be approved to have one able-bodied companion with you. If you don't always need an assistant, this is still a good thing to say because you can always ride without an assistant, but you have to be approved to ride with an assistant if you feel that is something you may need. If you are caring for someone who is unable to say for themselves whether or not they need a shoulder belt, or if they are unable to express other needs, you are able to call TriMet Lift and have certain things put in their notes, specifying like needs to wear a shoulder belt or needs to be brought to front door. So, how do you pay for TriMet Lift? You can either use cash, punch card, or a monthly pass / hop card. The monthly pass and the hop card are the same thing, it just has two names. If you're paying with cash, it will be $2.50 each way, so $5 for a round trip. So, moving on to travel safety. So, I'm going to go over things like how to avoid getting into a dangerous situation, how to recognize if you are in a dangerous situation, and how to get out of a dangerous situation. Recognize when you're in a dangerous situation. This can sometimes be difficult to understand. However, the most simple way I can put it is pay attention to body signals and pay attention to what is going on around you. What I mean by pay attention to body signals is if you are starting to feel something go wrong with your body, for example, muscles becoming tense, your heart beginning to flutter, or you suddenly become dizzy. Don't freak out over these things, but do take note of them, as they could progress and become reasons why you need to contact help. What I mean by pay attention to the situation you are in is pay attention to the things that are going on around you. For example, if a fight breaks out, you may want to move away from the situation as things could escalate. Also, pay attention to where you are walking or driving. For example, if things are getting slidey, like it's wet, or you're coming close to a edge and you don't obviously want to drive off that, or if you feel like you're getting into terrain where you may get stuck. These are all good things to pay attention to. That way you don't find yourself being stranded or getting seriously injured. Go over is called intuition. This is a little feeling in the bottom of your stomach you will get if something is wrong. You may not know exactly what is wrong, but it is a good idea to listen to that feeling and leave the situation. This can also be called an inner voice. If you get yourself into a dangerous situation, when you come home, it is a good idea to think through what happens to cause that situation. That way you can try to find a way to prevent it next time. I mean, sometimes little freak things come up that there just is no prevention for, but a lot of times when you think through what happened, you can come up with ways to stop similar incidents from occurring again. Finally, I want to talk about how to get out of a dangerous situation. If you're finding that you need to contact help, but your phone has died, you can go to the customer service section of any store and ask to use the phone. There is a phone which they will let you use. If you find that you need to call 911, but you do not have a cell phone, and you do not have change for a payphone, try the call anyway, as at many places 911 calls are free. If you are in a dangerous situation related to symptoms of your condition, the best thing you can do is try to find a quiet spot to take a break and contact help. That's it for this episode. So until next time, remember we're all different, so just roll with it.